Have you ever felt stuck in a cycle that seems to repeat itself over and over, like you're running in circles? Maybe you try to change, but you end up back at the same point, frustrated and exhausted. This pattern, while difficult to identify, is not a condemnation, but an opportunity. Negative cycles are often the result of limiting beliefs or unconscious habits that keep us anchored. But here's the good news: you can break them. This video will not only show you how, but will also reveal practical tools to transform your life. Get ready to discover the steps that can free you once and for all. When you finish, you won't be the same person you were when you started. Because the real question is, are you ready to change? The first step to breaking a negative cycle is to recognize it. Most of the time, we're stuck in these patterns because we're not aware of their existence. Ask yourself, what situations are constantly repeating themselves in my life? Maybe it's a toxic relationship, a job that doesn't satisfy you, or a constant struggle with your emotions. Identifying the cycle is not an act of judgment, but of understanding. By being aware, you begin to take control. Visualize your life as a book. Each cycle is a chapter, and now you have the opportunity to close one and write a new one. Without this initial awareness, you will be doomed to repeat the same mistakes, but by opening your eyes, you take the first step toward freedom. Breaking a cycle begins with a powerful decision, not to continue as before. It seems simple, but this choice can be terrifying. By deciding to change, you are entering uncharted territory, leaving behind the comfort of the familiar, even if it is negative. This takes courage. Think of change as a seed. It needs intention, care, and time to blossom. But that seed will never grow if you don't decide to plant it. Take a moment to reflect. What do you really want? What does life look like outside of this cycle? Clarity in your desires will be your compass, guiding you toward a new life. And even if fear appears, remember, the only way forward is to face it. The decision is the beginning, but the action is what transforms. To break a negative cycle, you need to act differently. Changing small daily habits can make a significant impact. Maybe you need to set boundaries with people who drain your energy, adopt self-care practices, or even seek professional help. The key is to be consistent. At first, it may feel difficult, but every step you take, no matter how small, will bring you closer to the life you want. Imagine building a bridge. Every action is a brick that takes you to the other side. Transformation doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen. And when it does, you'll look back and be amazed at your own strength. Breaking a negative cycle isn't the end, it's the beginning of something new. Now is the time to create a positive cycle that drives your growth and well-being. This involves choosing habits, relationships, and thoughts that empower you. Think about the key areas of your life: your health, your emotions, your work, your relationships. What changes can you make to build a solid foundation? Life isn't perfect, but by consciously choosing, you can build a fuller, more balanced existence. And remember, if you ever stumble, it's not a failure, it's a lesson. Negative cycles may try to come back, but you now have the tools to confront them. This is your time to be the architect of your own life.